Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you missed me. We got a good one for you. We got a race car. Oh, yeah, let's look into this. All right, let's give a proper good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today on Customer States what? Customer states my check engine light is on and my exhaust is loud. Please check and advise. Well, say no more, fam. We got you. So we're looking around. We see we have a interstate battery. Oh, it's a little dirty in the engine bay. Fluid's good. Coolant is. Already topped off the washer fluid. It's very good. We have a packed cabin air filter with rodent damage. You know what we're going to recommend. So we didn't even get to drive the vehicle. We started the car in the yard. We heard an ungodful noise. We saw the check engine light and another warning light as well, probably caused by the same thing. So we scan it. We have an O2 sensor code, obviously, because there is oxygen entering the exhaust where it's not supposed to. We could also see we got some rodent activity down there as well, besides in the cabin air filter. All right, guys, you know what comes next. Let's take it up top. Now that we have taken it up top, we're going to look around. Not that much corrosion on the front suspension. Not that much flavor, but it is there. We have two types of flavor here. We have corrosion flavor and we have a high salt content flavor as well. Front brakes look new. That's a fat pad right there. All right, oil pan's not leaking. Oil filter housing's not leaking. We do not have two crush washers. We do not have missing crush washers. We have the appropriate amount of crush washers there, only one. Brakes are looking good over here. So, exhaust hardware and gasket has left the chat. Yes, they have. So with this pipe down here, like that so, could be creating an issue with the donut gasket right there. So let's put that back right there. So what's happening here, the reason why the check engine light's on, obvious, is a major exhaust leak. But we have a sensor right there, and oxygen, unfortunately, is entering through here, giving a false reading. So that's one of the things that's setting the check engine light, or I should say the main thing that's setting the check engine light. But I fear once we fix the weakest link right here, it's going to find the next weakest link, which is going to be right here. And we can see that the condensation's already coming out. We found the wet spot, giggity. And that's obviously leaking. But the further we go down, we'll go to the next donut gasket, excuse me. And we can see that one looks like it's leaking too. We got condensation pissing out. It's not good. Not good at all. Let's go a little further back. There is flavor, but not that much. Rear brakes look like they've been replaced. 10 to 11 millimeters. We got flavor on the subframe, but nothing too bad. Sway bars are still in one piece. And I really think, I don't know who designed these, but working under the vehicle, this will definitely puncture your freaking scalp. So be aware of those rear sway bar links. They'll take you out. Alright, so nothing too bad back here. But I fear about the exhaust that once we fix this spot right here, it might find the next weakest link right here. Or even it might start pissing out of here. And I can't do the trick how I usually find exhaust leaks. We'll have the good old rubber glove on, and we'll just cover the exhaust, which will pressurize the exhaust. But in our case, we won't be able to pressurize the exhaust. So that hardware up front once probably looked like this hardware at one point in its life. This one you could still see the squares, but the more you poke at it, the lighter it gets. Same with, oh my god, I'm not even gonna touch that one. I touch it, there'll be nothing left, and then we're going to have to repair this side too. But we will inform them on this here. Definitely have to inform them right there, man. There's enough meat on those flanges that I could put a new gasket and put new hardware. I might have to use some muffler cement or that high temp RTV. In a perfect world, I would recommend this pipe, and that pipe based off the flange that's over here. Or if they go to an exhaust spot, they could probably just put a sleeve here, put a sleeve here. But I won't know if that's good. I won't know if that's good until I fix this repair here. Let me know in the comments, guys. Have you seen some pretty bad exhaust? Let me know. And until then, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification for further content.